Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to be talking about what is the highest possible speed that a champion can achieve in Raid Shadow Legends. I think it'll blow your mind, the kind of speeds that are achievable, and we will see as the player base optimizes gear more and more, and we keep getting these mechanics like empowerment and faction guardians and blessings and gear ascension and all sorts of stuff that keep ballooning the highest possible speed that is achievable in game. Let's get into it. A huge shout out to Time Raiders for sponsoring today's video, which is an MMORPG with full customization, hero creation, themed around Oriental mysterious culture and tomb raiding adventure that you can try completely free of charge with the link that I've provided down below. Now, not only can you fully customize your appearance, but when the game starts, you will get to choose which class best suits you between three choices: Blade Master, Gunslinger, and Sage. Now, obviously, I went with the Sage, as you'll see here, because I really want to crank out that DPS. Then, once you've selected your class, you will embark on a journey with all sorts of different gameplay features for you to dive into: daily events, challenges, limited time fan events, PvP, alongside the common gameplay features that you're used to from MMORPGs. Now, something I really like is the easy navigation I can choose from, clicking on the quest top left, and have the ability to choose when I want to autoplay or auto battle to be active, so that I can choose when I want to just take it easy and kind of let the game auto navigate, or take control of everything manually. You'll be uncovering clues to ancient legends, unearthing long lost temples, and battle the supernatural that guard treasures on your way to farming up some epic loot. The auto equip feature makes it really easy for you to kind of get up and rolling as you see your power grow stronger and stronger, and learn how the gearing interface and different mechanics function within the game. Time Raiders makes it simple and easy to start, being not quite as complicated as some of the other mainstream MMORPGs on the market. So for you to try out Time Raiders completely free of charge and also support me here on the channel, I've provided a link for you down below in both the video description and the pinned comment to make it easy for you to find and get started on your journey to become a legend in Time Raiders. I really appreciate Time Raiders giving me the opportunity to showcase their MMORPG for you here on the channel. So with all that being said, let's get back to the video. Alrighty, now, as always, when I do videos like this, you know me, I've got an infographic or a spreadsheet sitting around somewhere, so I will go ahead and pull that up right out the gate. So if you are just here to get the information quick and move on your way, I'll provide this image down below for you to pull up on your end. I would appreciate maybe a subscribe and a like on the video on your way out, but that is there in case you want it. I'll give you the information right away, and now I'll do a more deep dive clarification on some of this if you want to stick around for the full breakdown. So first up, we have got the base speed and the source of 115. Now, a little bit of a raid history 101 that we like to do here on the channel is that actually the highest base speed used to be 120. It is 115, and there's a few different champions that are tied for it. But back in the day, when raid first launched, Arbiter actually had a 120 base speed, and you'll see over there on the right side of the screen that Arbiter now has a base speed of 110. Raid was only out for a little bit, and they nerfed Arbiter's base speed from 120 to 110 to bring it more in line with some of the other fast champions in the game. But that is a random little raid fact that a lot of people may not be familiar with from way back in the day. And that's why it says this is the highest base speed in the game post Arbiter nerf. Then we've got the gear substats. Now, this is going to be getting quad rolls on all the possible pieces that you can get a quad roll on. So you can get a max of 30 speed on a piece, and you have got the weapon, helm, shield, glove, chest. Not on the boots, because we want the main stat to be speed on boots if we're going for the highest speed possible. So that's 5 artifacts. Then you've got the 1 accessory. The banner can get speed. You can get 30 on each of them if you get quad rolls and have all of those pieces roll perfectly. So that would give us the 180 on top of the 115 that we already have. And then next up is going to be glyphs. Now, glyphs can roll the highest possible speed of 8. As you can see right here, if I go to a 6-star speed glyph, it rolls 3 to 8. And like we talked about on the chart that we had pulled up, since we can do this on 6 different pieces, we can do it on the 5 gear pieces with speed substat, and we can also do it on the banner that gives us 6 times that we can get a bonus of 8 if we hit all max rolls on our glyphs, which would mean 48 more speed to add in. And then if we build a champion in all speed sets, you can see up there top right, we've got the triple speed bonus, like my Lysandra here. If you build all speed sets and then you also take the mastery Lore of Steel, it's going to increase the base stat bonus of all artifact sets that increase base stats by 15%. This increase is multiplicative, not additive. So if we do that on a champion that has 3 speed sets, let me pull up the graphic here. You'll see that this is what we're talking about right here. Sets plus Lore of Steel, 3 speed set bonuses bolstered by Lore of Steel, and that gives us 47. Now this actually rounds off into a little bit of a decimal. It's like 42 points, or it's like 47.6 something. But to make a nice infographic for players to understand a little bit easier, we rounded that off to 47. But it is technically a decimal, and it comes down to like a true speed calculation if you're like reverse engineering an unkillable composition or something like that. And then next up would be trying to get 6-star speed boots that hit the speed bonus when you are ascending them. I can try this live for you in the video. Probably not going to happen. Usually these things skew towards flat stats, so your odds of getting the speed roll on here, gosh, is probably like 5 to 8%, something like that. Let's YOLO it. Speed for the video, and there it is. We got flat HP. So anyway, that's what the graphic is showing. Next up right here, we've got boots right here of the 57 speed, and that includes the max boot speed on a 6-star piece. That includes getting lucky enough to hit that speed ascension and then spending enough oil to max out that ascension. And then lastly, down below here, you've got the different miscellaneous sources of acquiring some bonus speed. And these are all sorts of new mechanics that have been added recently to Raid. Well, recently, I mean, within the last year and a half or so. But you've got your faction guardians, your champion empowerment, and your blessings. If you're able to max out all of those mechanics, you can get another 35 speed on top of that. And you can get a breakdown of some of this stuff in game. My most empowered champion is Candrafon at +3. And if I click on the eye and total stats, which by the way, gosh, I hate that when we click on total stats, it pulls up this silly abbreviations things first. Can we just switch those things? Sorry, a little bit of a side rant here, but can we just have it pull up the total stats when I click on total stats? And then if I want to see the abbreviations, if I'm a new player and I'm confused, then I can tab over to the abbreviations tab. But like between the two tabs and which one is going to get used most often, it's going to be 99.9% the stats. So what everybody has to do is they got to click on the eye, and then they got to do this extra click to pull up the total stats. So I've probably done this click, I don't know, 12,000 times in my Raid career. It's the click of shame, having to click the eye and then go over to total stats. Sorry, side rant, end of side rant. But anyway, you can see the breakdown here on the speed section. We get the +10 for faction guardians and the +10 empowerment on my Candrafon. And then you'll also notice on some of these blessings, you get a speed bonus. It's usually locked out at that 6-star bonus where you'll get a nice bump on your speed on some of them. So then when we pull up the trusty calculator and we put in the 115 base speed plus the 180 from the substats plus the 48 that we get from the glyphs plus the 47 from sets and Lore of Steel, the 57 from our god tier lucky boots that hit the perfect ascension and we max it out. And then if we have every possible thing like faction guardians, empowerment, and blessings, and you can see that we get the 482 for the highest possible speed in Raid. And that's actually not even including if you bring like a 30% R or something like that. This is just like building an individual champion. You can make this even faster if you're in the arena and you want to use somebody like a Kaimar or an Arbiter or something like that that has a really good speed aura. So who will be the first person to achieve the 482 maximum champion build speed? To my knowledge, let me know down below if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, I don't think anybody has actually built a champion to 482 speed. I know that there's some ridiculous speeds up there in Platinum Arena if you're trying to build a go first team, and speeds are just kind of snowballing, getting more and more crazy as Plarium keeps selling gear packs and adding these mechanics that help some of the higher spenders achieve these insane speeds. So yeah, let me know down below, what's your fastest champion? What's the highest speed that you've been able to build a champion in Raid Shadow Legends? And also, like I said earlier, I'll include a link to that graphic and that chart for the highest possible speed if you would like to have it on your end. That'll do it for this one. Really appreciate you, and I will see you soon in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.